Hi everyone. Up to in the last session, I explored the prompt engineering real world task day to day activities I explained in the last session. Zero shot classification, few shot classification, coding task using Python, coding task using SQL, and also I explained the translation using OpenAI API key I am using. Now in this session also, I explained the prompt engineering real world day to day activities. I explored using Google AI, the API keys I am using. To do this, first I need to create the Google AI API keys. For that, on search box, we have to type it Google AI Studio. Click on it here. Here we have to click on Get Started. Here on left side, Get API keys option is there. Already I created one API key. You want to create the API key. Create API key option is there. Here we have to give the name. I'm given the name is generative AI I'm given. We had to choose the project is default or the first project. We had to choose it. Click on create key option. The key is created. Copy this key, save it in one file, and you give that the file name, and we can remember. Here I'm given the file name is .google AI underscore API underscore key I'm given. Now, next, see here, we need to install. I give this Jupyter file name is Gemini AI I am given. First, I need to install Google Generative AI. For that, we can write pip install Google Generative AI. So already in my Jupyter, it is installed. I make this as commenting. Next, from get pass, import get pass. And I write Gemini key equal to get pass within quotation, within parenthesis I am written, enter your Gemini API key here. I run this one, then it is asking you need to enter Gemini API key. That's already I noted here. I can copy and paste it here. Enter it. Now it's taken. After that, I import Google.generative AI as Gen AI I'm given. Now, Gen AI dot configure within parenthesis API key. I assign this one, Gemini key. Now I run this one. This is a feature warning. It is represented. There's nothing problem at all. Now I want to know that what are the different models are there. See here in this one, we observe that we have to click on dashboard, go to the documents. What are the different models are available in Google AI, that is in Gemini. Here we have to scroll it. All models option is there. See that Gemini 3, Gemini 3.1 Pro, Gemini 3 Flash, Gemini 3.1 Flashlight, Nano Banana 2, Nano Banana Pro. There are many models are there. Gemini 3.1 Flash TTS, Gemini 2.5 Flash. Under Gemini 2.5, there are many models are there. As per your requirement, you have to choose that. Here, I am chosen what are the different models are there. To do that, for loop I am using for m in gen AI dot list underscore models. I want to print those models. Then we can type it as print m dot name. Then it is display what are the different models are available. Those it is displayed. See that Gemini 2.5 Flash, Gemini 2.5 Pro, Gemini 2.0 Flash, right? There are many models, whatever the models which are there, those models which are displayed here. Now, I can assign model equal to Gen AI dot generative model within parenthesis. I write model name equal to, I am writing the model name is Gemini 2.5 Flash. This is the model I am using. Now, user prompt, I am written as within multi-line commenting I am written. What I write it is generate some factual information to complete the following in 5 to 6 lines. Here, I am written, what I am written is in our solar system, Earth is A. I can't return the remaining. Then it is filling 5 to 6 lines related to this information. It is filling. Now, I write response equal to model dot generate content the user prompt I am given. Now, I'll print the response in text format. Print response dot text I am given. Now, I run this one. See that it is providing 5 to 6 lines of the information it is providing. That is, in our solar system, Earth is terrestrial planet and is a third planet from the sun. It is providing 5 to 6 lines information it is providing. Now, to do the day-to-day activities, I need to create the function. For that, def, the function name is get completion. I am given the parameters are prompt, one parameter I am given, and model I am using Gemini 2.5 Flash I am using. Okay, fine. Now, model equal to gen AI dot generative model within parentheses I am written model and generation config equal to gen AI dot generative config within parentheses I am written temperature equal to 0. That's in the last session I explored that the temperature, the parameter. Here I am written the temperature equal to 0. Now I write response equal to model dot generate content, the prompt I am given. And I return the response in text format. Response dot text format. Now I run this one. After that, I'm importing Markdown and the display from IPython dot display import Markdown display. And I'm using, I write a response equal to, I call the function. Just now I define the function. Now I am calling the function. Function name is get completion. Here I'm writing the prompt is, within quotation I am written, explain generative AI in a 5 bullet points, and suggest in detail agentic AI and use simple language. This is the prompt I am given. Model is Gemini 2.5 Flash I am using. Now we have to display markdown prompt. You have to display markdown response. Now I run this one. We observe that attribute error it is showing. Response equal to get completion. Prompt explain generative AI. Okay. Model is 2.5. You have to display markdown response. Here I can write generation configuration. I can run this one. Yeah, it is providing the result. That is explain generative AI in 5 bullet points. It creates a new stuff, learn from examples, generates original content, helps with creative and efficiency examples and also it is explore the agentic AI, your proactive digital assistant, and related to the generative AI, it is providing in the simple language it is providing. Now the same thing I can apply it here. The response I'm writing it here. Here I can change the prompt is, I'm changing the prompt is, what I'm writing the prompt is, please suggest how to make paneer biryani. Also explain step by step quantity and process to make it. Use simple language so that anyone can follow your instructions and understand. This is the prompt I am given. Model is Gemini 2.5 Flash I am given. Now I run this one. I'll change the model because of a rate limit. I am changing Gemini 2.5 flashlight I am using. I can use the model is, this is the model I am using. I can change the model is Gemini 2.5 flashlight I am using. I can run everyone. It is providing the result. Here also I can change. Here I am changing Gemini 2.5 flashlight I am using the model. Yeah, it is also providing the result. Here I can change it as Gemini 2.5 flashlight. Because of a free tier limit, it can't be providing the result. Now I am changing the model. See where we got this one is, see that it is providing the result. What the prompt I am written, we had to suggest the paneer, how to make paneer biryani, explain step by step quantity and process to make it. And we had to use the simple language so that anyone can understand. That is, it is providing the step by step the explanation how we had to prepare that one. That is, it is explained it. See where we got the limit range. The Google AI, the limit range where we got it here. Here in the dashboard option is there. Here rate limit is there. When you click on the rate limit, see that here it is exceed. Gemini 2.5, Flash the model is exceed. RPM is there. Now, when you take it the remaining models, that is it is providing, the more it is providing. Rate limit documents, you can click on it and we can observe that the tier 1, tier 2, all the details which are represented, the Gemini 2.5 flashlight, see that batch inquire tokens, and we can refer this documentation for the rate limits. Now, I can write the day-to-day activities in the last session by using the OpenAI. I explored the zero shot classification, few shot classification, coding task using Python, coding task using SQL, and also the translation. Those concepts I explained using OpenAI. Now, using Google AI, I have to explore some more day-to-day activities. I have to explore it. That is the task I have to explore, but we have to practice it in both the OpenAI and Google AI so that the practice is perfect. Practice has, we're getting more practice. Now, in this session, I have to explore the task is information extraction. Information extraction. Now, to do this, what I'm using is information extraction. For that, I can write the clinical note. This is the clinical note I am taking. Clinical note I am taking. Here, 60 years old man in any day with doctor clinical note, it is represented. DM2 asthma, right? It is represented the clinical note. We can't understand directly. Whatever the doctor prescription it is there, we can't understand some terminology. And for that, I'm writing the prompt is, this is the prompt I am written. This is the prompt I am written. What is that prompt I am written? Here, prompt format F, act as an expert in analyzing and understanding clinical doctors' notes in healthcare. Extract all symptoms only from the clinical note information below. Differentiate between symptoms that are present versus absent. And also, I mentioned in the prompt is give the probabilities, yes, medium, or low, of how sure you are about the result. Also, add a note on probabilities and why you think so. Output, we have to display markdown table with the following columns. I mentioned the columns there. All symptoms should be expanded and acronyms unless you don't know. Symptoms, present or denies, probability. Also, we had to explore acronyms. Output that also a separate appendix table in markdown format it is represented. The clinical note is what I mentioned the clinical note, clinical underscore note. That is, I can write it here. And then I can write the response. I can write the response equal to, I call the function, the function name is get completion. This is the function I am calling. I call the function is get completion. Already I am writing the prompt. That's why I can delete this one. I am deleting this one. The model is 2. Gemini 2.5 flashlight I am using. This is the response. I call the function. Now display markdown response I can mention. Now I run this one. See that the prompt F is. We can't end the prompt properly. That's why it is showing the error. Now I run this one. We'll see that. Here in the clinical note, we can't understand whatever the doctor it is represented. That is some terminologies they are written. Terminologies we can't understand that. Now in the prompt, I clearly mentioned that you are act as an expert in analyzing and understanding the clinical notes in healthcare. We have to extract all symptoms only from clinical note information below, right? We can differentiate symptoms that are present versus absent is, see that symptoms, one column, present or denies, and probabilities. Here, the probabilities also, I mentioned that high, medium, low. That is a sore throat, it's present, probability is high. Swelling of the tongue, present, high. Difficulty of swelling, present, high. Trouble breathing, present, high. And vomiting, denies, medium. Reaching, possible, low. That is, and also note on probabilities they are mentioned, and appendix expanded acronyms they are represented. NED, no acute distress. HO, history of. CAD, like that the acronym is also it is represented. That is the task is I explained information extraction. Now one more task I had to explore, that is another task is closed domain question answering. Closed domain question answering. See that to do this I am taking the report. This is the report I am taking. This is the report I am taking. This is the report. 3/4, 77% of population saw an increase of their regular outgoings over the past year, according to findings from our recent consumer survey, right? In contrast, just over half, 54 of respondents had an increase in their salary. That is the company, it is providing some information. That is the reports I am written within double quotation. Now, here in closed domain questions is, here the question I am asking, question is, what the question I am asking is, within multi-line commenting, I am asked the question. The question is, how much has the average mortgage payment increased in the last year, and prompt I am written format. Within multi-line commenting, I am writing the format is, what I am writing the format is, using the following context information below, please answer the following questions to the best of your ability. Yeah, I can write context, it is a report. Context is a report. And also I mentioned that question is, it is, within curly parentheses I am writing. And I mention answer, right? This is the prompt I am written. Now, here response equal to same. Whatever I write, the response and the markdown, as it is, I can mention that. Response, I'll call the function get completion. Prompt, model I am using, Gemini 2.5 flashlight I am using, display markdown response I am using. Now I run this one. See that here the company is given the detail, the report they are given. With this report, we can analyze it, that what I am written, the question is, how much has the average mortgage payment increased in the last year? The management cannot write all the report. Just they are asking the question. See, it is providing the answer is average mortgage payment has increased 12% in the last year. See, I can ask one more question is, what the question I am asking is, see, the question I am changing, how much percent salary increased last year? Yeah. Now I run this one. We'll see that 6% is it is providing. That is, they are nothing but the task is closed domain question answer it is providing. Now, one more task I had to explore the day-to-day activities in prompt engineering is, another task is open domain question answering. To do this, here the prompt I am written as in open domain question answering. What is the prompt I am written as? Prompt format within multi-line commenting I am written. What is the format? What is the prompt I am written as? Please answer the following question to the best of your ability. Question is, what is LangChain? How this is different from auto generation, and Crew AI. Please explain in detail and step by step. Now, you have to give the answer. Give the answer. I can close the multi-line commenting. I have to close the multi-line commenting. After that, as is. That is a response equal to, I'll call the function get completion. Response equal to, I'll call the function get completion. Parameters prompt. Model is Gemini 2.5 flashlight I am using. Display markdown I am using. Now, I run this one. See that it is related to the open domain question answering. It is providing in details excellent result it is providing. That is what is LangChain. See that. It is providing what is LangChain. LangChain is a framework designed to simplify the development of application powered by large language models. Think of it as a toolkit that provides building blocks and abstraction to make it easier to connect LLM with other data sources and computational resources. And also it is explored the core concepts of LangChain, that is LLMs, prompts, chains, right? Indexes, they are explained, and how this is from AutoGen and QAI. It is explored. AutoGen and QAI are built on top of or leverage LangChain's capabilities to achieve their specific goals. That is in detail, it is providing open domain question answering, it is providing. See that with this prompt engineering, we are upgrading the knowledge. When compared to the OpenAI, Gemini is providing more powerful. Google is providing the more powerful. Only the thing is there is no publicity in the Google AI, right? See that how when compared to the previous the OpenAI when I'm using in the last session, when compared to that, when it is providing the excellent result, it is providing the text, it is providing the documentation, it is providing very detailed. Now, one more task I'm going to explore the day-to-day activities in the prompt engineering is one more I have to explore. Another task is document summarization. Let's will see that in document summarization, to do this, I have to take one documentation. This is the document I am taking from the news. This is the document I am taking from the news. That is, this is the documentation I am taking. This is the documentation I am taking from the newspaper. Now, I'm writing the prompt is, I have to run this one. I'm writing the prompt is, what is the prompt I am written is prompt equal to format within multi-line commenting I am written. What is the format I am writing is, that is, you are an expert in generating accurate document summaries. And I mentioned that generate summary of the given document and explain in simple language so that anyone can understand the context. See that I'm taking from Hindu newspaper, the documentation I am providing, it is providing some high level standard they are providing. That's why what the prompt I am written is, you are an expert in generating accurate document summaries. Generate summary of the given document and explain in simple language so that anyone can understand the context. And also I mentioned that in the prompt. Is document. I am taking from the document. Within curly parentheses, I have to mention. And also I write the constraints. What are the constraints I am written is, please start the summary with delimiter summary and limit the summary to 5 lines. Here, this is the constraint I am written. Now, summary I can mention. This is the complete prompt I am written. Now, the remaining as is, that is a response equal to, I call the function, but the function I am created, that the function I am calling get completion prompt. This is the prompt I am written, and model is Gemini 2.5 flashlight I am using. We have to display markdown response. When I run this one, we observe that here, this Hindu paper, the high level language, it is providing the summary, the 5 lines of the summary it is providing. See that when compared to this one, the Hindu paper, the news, when compared to this, the 17th Brish Summit, now including a new members like this one, addressed global issues such as attacks on Gaza and Ireland's nuclear program. Despite interval, right? That is, it is providing in simple language. It is providing for that the document summarization also it is used. That is one of the day-to-day task in prompt engineering. And one more task I had to explore in this session is transformation. Yeah. To explore the transformation, I am taking one fact sheet mobile. I am taking fact sheet. I am taking. I can run this one. I run this one. I run this one. Now, prompt I am written F format within multi-line commenting. I am written. What I am written, the multi-line commenting is turn the following product description into a list of frequently asked questions. Ensure the questions pertains about product and their features. See that here, this fact sheet mobile, it is providing some product name, Samsung Galaxy, right? Product review it is providing, right? With this fact sheet table, what they are providing the questions, frequently asked questions they are providing. Turn the following product description into a list of frequently asked questions. Ensure questions pertains about product and their features. See, show both the questions. I can also extend that. Show both the question and its corresponding answer. Created max 15 frequently asked questions. Created max 15 frequently asked questions. And also I mentioned that ensure the questions pertains about product and their features. I can mention here instead of that. Ensures questions which are related to product and their features. Product description. I mentioned that the fact table within curly parentheses. I mentioned this one, fact sheet mobile. Yeah, this is I can write the prompt. What the prompt I am written? Turn the following product description into a list of frequently asked questions. You have to show both the question and corresponding answer. We have to create maximum 15. Ensure question pertains about product and their features. Product description is fact sheet mobile I am written, right? This is the prompt I am written. Then the remaining, the response display as is, I can write it here. I'll run this one. Then with that fact sheet mobile, whatever that I am written, relevant to that, the 15 questions they are asking. See that? Frequently asked question. What are the screen size of Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4? The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 features 15.73 centimeters, 6.2 inches cover screen and unfolded 19.21 centimeters. What makes the main screen display special? Can I use multiple apps at once on the Galaxy Z Fold 4? Like that, the relevant 15 questions they are providing. If we are mentioned that the 20 questions, 20 relevant questions, then it is providing 20 relevant questions. See that how many questions they are providing relevant to that concept? The 20 they are see. Like that, the prompt engineering, we are using day-to-day activities. I explored the day-to-day activities in prompt engineering, zero shot classification, few shot classification, coding task using Python, coding task using SQL, translations, and also in this session, I explored the open domain question answering, closed domain question answering, and also I explored the day-to-day activities, document summarization, transformation, I explored. So those concepts, the day-to-day activities I have to explore using the prompt engineering. See, in the next session, I have to explore the LangChain concept. Thank you.